So welcome back, you guys, to another rendition or episode of our Ready Player 2 podcast. I am Mike with Ready Player 2, and with me as always is...
It is me, Doyle, also from Ready Player 2.
We have a lot to go over for this week's rendition of this. We had a good time doing it last week, got into a lot of topics, some that were planned, some that were not planned, which is all good fun. But this week we do have a lot to get into. We got some Halo news to get into, some Call of Duty Warzone rumors going down. Of course, we need to talk about Mixer shutting down and going over to Facebook. Possible Suicide Squad game. Crash Bandicoot 4 being announced. EA and their current relationship with the Star Wars franchise. Apex Legends going to mobile, and the new Pokemon Unite game that was just announced as well, which looks pretty cool. It's a cool little top-down co-op game that you run through. But let's go ahead.
We'll get into that.
Let's go ahead and start off kind of with the channel in general, with everything we have going on. So this past month has been freaking crazy for the channel. We're almost to our follower goal. We have 92 followers on our channel right now, which is insane.
It is. It's crazy.
And we obliterated our subscriber goal, like we talk about every single week, every single stream so far. So thank you guys for that, for sure. So our current goals, those are our current follower and subscriber goals. Obviously, our subscriber goal has been demolished. We're just a few away from our follower goal, which, you know, pretty confident we'll be getting there. Of course, we have another week to go. And we also have our big 12-hour follower giveaway stream this Friday also.
Oh, man. I cannot wait for that, guys.
That we have going down. You want to talk a little bit about that really quick? What we have planned for that?
Yeah, so everybody in chat, as you guys know, me and my brother are avid Call of Duty lovers, as are a lot of you guys who watch our channel. And Friday, we're kind of want to do like a follower appreciation stream. It's going to be a 12-hour stream. Every 2 hours, we're going to give away 1,000 Call of Duty points to somebody in the chat that's watching that is a follower. So if you're following the channel during the 24-hour stream, or the 12-hour stream, woohoo, 12-hour stream, and that 2-hour mark clicks around, we're going to randomly pick one person using some sort of plugin for the channel, and that person will get 1,000 Call of Duty points.
Boom, baby.
Only once, though. You can't just... If you get hit again, I mean, it's one per person. So if you get hit again, we'll have to respin, just to make it fair, you know, so everybody gets opportunity.
So this is something that we're looking forward to doing more often going forward, doing the 12-hour streams and 24-hour streams. This 12-hour streams, mostly in celebration of Call of Duty Season 4. We did have a 24-hour stream planned to do that, but that kind of fell through a couple weeks ago. Just with the current things going on in the world right now, we decided to push that out. So we are doing the 12-hour stream for that, whenever this Friday. What is up, Smoley? Welcome to the chat, man. We appreciate you checking us out.
Smoley, what's up, buddy?
So we'll be doing that, and as some more games get released throughout the year, we have a lot of stuff starting to come up. Don't believe there's much going on in August, but July we have the new NASCAR game, new F1 game, of course, Destroy All Humans, and then with the recent announcements at these new conferences that we have, like EA Squadrons, the new Crash Bandicoot coming out as well. And let's not forget, like Microsoft Flight Simulator. We have Halo coming out. We have the new Forza coming out. Bunch of stuff.
Yeah, let's not forget that the Xbox conference, that's still gonna happen. So we can't. I mean, there's definitely gonna be more stuff. So who knows what's gonna happen, guys? All I know is that we're gonna bang it all. We're gonna bang it all, and we're gonna bang it all.
Jesus.
That's all I know. Smalley, appreciate the drop by earlier on our stream. Yeah, man, no problem. Always down to support you, man.
So, going along with that, we do have some future goals, things that we're always trying to improve and tweak and do with this stream. So one of those being, well, let's talk about the L-Desk format we have going on right now, Doyle. You want to go ahead and talk about that?
Yeah, L-Desk. Yeah, L-Desk, complete shit. All right. If you got an L-Desk, you know what I'm talking about. If you're trying to stream, you got 2 monitors, you got your console, you got your PC, you got whatever you're trying to fit, cameras, you're trying to fit lighting, all that jazz. L-Desks are not the way to go. Advice. Yep. This is amateur streaming advice. Don't buy an L-Desk. Just don't do it. Or don't buy an ultra-wide monitor for an L-Desk, one of the two. Smalley, y'all gonna live stream the Xbox reveal? That would be cool to have y'all discuss that live. Oh yeah, 100%. We're definitely gonna live stream that, Jazz.
Yeah, it's something that's definitely something we're talking about doing. Depending on like when the time frame is, I hope to God it's not gonna be at like noon or something. I hope it's gonna be like prime time hours, like 6 or 7 p.m. would be cool. But yeah, that is something. Yeah, that is something we want to do. So if it does drop at like 11 o'clock our time, then we may just do like a later on reveal where we'll watch it for the first time with you guys and not watch it live, maybe something like that. But that's kind of our mindset right now with the conference. Definitely going to be covering that though, 100%.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Some other things that we're wanting to incorporate in the stream going forward as we continue this journey of life on Twitch is implement the Throwback Thursday thing on the channel. So we're wanting to bring in our Nintendo 64, possibly hook up a PS2, maybe hook up Super Nintendo, and start playing these old school games like Ocarina of Time, play the old Pokemon Stadium, Gemini Jet Force, old Super Smash Bros, GoldenEye, things like that, and start doing that on Thursdays. Obviously our setup's going to be a little bit different. We'll have to do that actually playing together here on site, but it'd be more of a relaxing.
A little bit of time to get that together.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
we're gonna do it. It's gonna be there for you.
It'll definitely be a more relaxing vibe.
What's up, Stu? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by. Smalley6126 has a question for us, Michael. What do you think y'all should do, or what do you think y'all should do with their next game to compete with Warzone and Call of Duty? As far as if we're talking about the next publisher to pick it up, you're talking about like Black Ops.
Halo.
What do you think? Oh, dude, I don't know. Halo's like its own thing, man.
I don't see them.
I don't know. It has to compete in a lot of different ways. It's kind of its own thing, but I guess in the shooter world, they're kind of two different animals. They pull two different kind of crowds in a lot of ways. I'm not sure what they would really have to do. I don't know that they would have to compete that much directly with Call of Duty.
I think that, yeah, I don't think that they're going to do a Battle Royale. I really don't think they are, but again, I never would have thought that COD would have had a Battle Royale either, so we'll see if they do. I believe there was a recent conference with them talking about Battle Royales, and they said they had no plans on doing one, so we'll see if that holds true.
Let's just jump right into it. Let's just jump right into Halo, since we're on the subject.
Well, let me, 1 second, let me, but I think their biggest competition isn't going to be Call of Duty. I think it's really going to be trying to take away that fan base from Destiny. Is going to be their closest rival. I think those games handle.
Very good point.
Those games handle very, very, very similar. So I think that's going to be their biggest competition to get away from. I think it's more Battlefield, Call of Duty right there. The more boots on the ground feel. Then you have more of the sci-fi feel with Destiny and Halo. So we'll see if they can pry the Destiny fan base away.
It's definitely an interesting climate now for Halo to participate in, because previously Halo was in a world of, I mean, yeah, there was sci-fi and stuff, but they dominated that sort of realm. Yeah, in that genre and stuff. But now look at the climate that they're in. They have all sorts of like games that are coming out that have that spacey, cybery feel. That's not going to be something easy for them to take on. It is Halo. They're the OGs, but there's some more competition out there now, without a doubt. You're right about that.
So do you want to kind of talk about so Small, I think the Battle Royale thing for Halo would take that game to the next level. I definitely think at this point it's almost like a thing you almost have to have. Having those 3 different layers, having a really rock solid campaign, having a really rock solid multiplayer, which it's Halo. They're going to have a rock solid multiplayer. Their campaigns, not so much here lately. And then Battle Royale, I think that is something they're going to have to do. I mean, you're going to have to give the players something to keep grinding on, you know. We still have people playing the original Halo, though.
For me personally, I could not imagine a Battle Royale style Halo game. Just because, I don't know, dude. I mean, they made Fortnite a Battle Royale Fortnite. It's cartoony and all this junk, so I don't know. Maybe they could do it. I just would have never in 1,000 years imagined Halo in a Battle Royale universe. Who knows what you do to get right. Joe22, #15. Please have mercy on us. That's all I gotta say.
So,
Michael, you better put those points.
I got some B-roll of the the new Halo Infinite, that trailer just came out, that little teaser.
Yeah.
There isn't any actual gameplay in here, but do you want to kind of talk about what was in this?
Yeah, so there is a new enemy. There's just a new enemy in Halo now, in Halo Infinite. They're going to be the Banished. I'm not sure that you guys are familiar with this, but they had a war against the Covenant. And their leader at the time was Atriox. And there's tons of like Halo lore behind this. Joe, thank you, Protocol Droid. Yo, Protocol Droid appreciates that, Joe. Anyways, sorry. Back on track. Joe's cracking me up. So we're battling against the Banished. So no longer are you battling against somebody that it has like extra. What did you call it, Michael? They're like bio-enhanced suits. Like, yeah, they're like jumping around and shit, like bobbing and weaving, like teleporting and stuff. I don't think we're gonna have that issue. These guys are gonna be. They obviously have tech, but I think they're bigger, bulkier, and a lot of people are relating them to like ape-like creatures. So you guys definitely need to take a look at that. There's clips out there floating around that talk about these guys, and it's pretty much their uprising through. They're just throwing a revolt. That's essentially what they did against the Covenant, and they did pretty damn good job at it. I'd honestly probably play as these guys because I think they look badass. But Michael, what do you think about the new enemies, the Banished, and what that's going to bring to the game?
I definitely want to see Halo get into a more mature realm, like we kind of talked about earlier. So I'm excited to see a different character. I think the Covenant and everything, is cool, but they need to mix some things up here. So I would like to see a darker theme go forward. I really think that's one of the big things that PlayStation does bring to the table with their exclusives is the more mature theme, the darker themes that they bring to the table. So it's interesting to see Halo take that same route, but I think it is good to mix some things up a little bit, introduce a new enemy, and just kind of go from there, because I really think that Halo 5 obviously flopped big time. There wasn't a lot of people emotionally tied to that at all.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
I'm right there with you. It's going to be exciting. What they're going to give us is something that I feel is going to be next level. I don't think we have to worry too much about it. And I will say, the initial reveal for Halo Infinite, I did get a Battle Royale feel. Just from the map and the scale and the range of the field that they gave us in the initial release of it, I was like, dude, this is going to be a Battle Royale. Or like, this is going to be a huge multiplayer, something big. That's the feeling that I got when they showed us all this. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Joe, if I didn't know about this, I guess Protocol Droid kind of went on a whim here, but you can gamble still, but you got to do the gamble and then put however many tokens after. So put like, if you want to gamble, put exclamation point gamble and then a space and then 100, and that should work.
Is it just the like the amount, or do you have to put those little triangles at the end also?
No, you just put the amount.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, Joe won 200 points and now it's 391.
Yikes. Well, Protocol Droid is now what they call it, the pit bosses, where he's operating.
Michael, do you know what pit boss Protocol Droid put as the jackpot? That's a tongue twister. Pit boss Protocol Droid. Damn it.
1 sec, I can tell you.
Is the jackpot 69?
No. Actually, I don't want it to freeze up my whole program. I think it's like 25,000 or something like that.
No, what number? 1 through 100 is his jackpot number.
Oh, no, it's not that. I'll have to look and see. Pretty sure there's a jackpot, yeah.
Okay. Let me gamble. It may only let you gamble. There's a refresh time on the gamble. We may have to look into protocol circuitry and see.
Joe's like, let me gamble.
We're gonna look into his circuitry, Joe. Don't worry, dude. We'll check them out and see if we can't like lower the refresh. But anyways, back on subject here, boys. Another thing. What's our next topic here, guys?
Let's talk about.
Oh wait, hold on. Back to Smalley. He did say something. I'm sorry, Smalley. I didn't mean to skip you, bro. It could be made similar to Apex, but not enough, so that's a copycat. Yeah. I think it would be definitely definitely similar to that. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Hey, it's not working now. What the hell? Yo, I think you fried him off the win. He wasn't expecting y'all to win anything. It's like the odds are not my favor.
Yeah, I think he's all tuckered out. I'll have to look into that and see what's going on. Let's talk about the Apex coming to mobile this year.
Ooh, that Smoley's excited about that. You hear
What-
that crap, Smoley? Apex coming to mobile, baby. Coming to mobile. They did that just for you, dude. I guarantee that.
So what are your Smoley, I want to hear what your thoughts are too on this. We know you're a big Apex streamer also, but Duel, what are your initial thoughts on Apex going to mobile? And I'm curious to see if that is going to be crossplay with PC and console as well, since we just got the news last week that Apex is going to be going to crossplay with PC
Yeah.
and now mobile.
Yeah, I don't know. They're really broadening their horizons. They're trying to do, stuff. They're just trying to get their toes wet. Okay.
Yeah.
They're trying to get their toes damp in lots of different things. I don't blame them for that.
Money.
I think that a lot of times, it can give. Well, it's EA. Okay. How much worse can you make the image? I mean, it's EA, guys.
Jesus.
So whatever, guys. I mean, that's my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of those guys, man. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, they're gonna spread it out. They're gonna see how much money they can goggle up, and that's just kind of what they do. And that's what a lot of these companies completely ran by suits and not the devs do. So we'll see what happens. I'm not personally like a mobile shooter fan. I know Smoley loves it. I know, a lot of people run that stuff, and it'd be interesting, definitely, to see how it goes. Definitely.
Yeah, like how competitive are people playing mobile if it does turn into crossplay? How it makes sense on Minecraft, where there's not a whole
They
lot
won't do crossplay to mobile. It'll be a completely different thing.
Right, like in Minecraft, there's not a
just-
big competitive aspect, but so you can do crossplay with like mobile and tablet and what have you. So you think it's just gonna be one server based for
Yeah,
mobile?
yeah, for sure. Just like COD. I mean, they're pretty much implementing it the same way that COD did. I do think it's advantageous for them to run it as far as they'll run like weird little modes on COD Mobile. I think just to guinea pig it, to see how it goes, and then they'll put it on the big boy console, and they'll run it on there. I think they do that a lot, and I think that is a helpful tool to gauge, the public's opinions.
Well, I definitely think them going to mobile. I mean, that's the money maker, dude. You look at console gaming, 50 million ish has sold for Xbox and 100 million for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, phones, 1-2 billion people have a cell phone. So that's a huge market for something like this, man.
It is.
You put it on the
And it
store
wasn't
for
that-
$19.99 or free to play, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
Hello.
the microtransactions are. You see that? You see the post, everybody in chat, that Call of Duty, Modern Warfare makes $300 million. I can't remember if it's a day or a week. Doesn't really matter. Off of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, they make $300 million dollars
A
off
month?
microtransactions. No, it's either a day or a week, dude.
Oh, I didn't want to think about that, dude. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, so speaking of COD, so Smoley, the thing I hate with COD Mobile is they allow external controllers. That defeats the purpose of mobile play, in my opinion. Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's basically just playing a console at that point, just with a smaller screen. So I completely understand that. I'm curious to see if Apex does the same thing. COD Mobile is pulling in 2 million a day, Joe says. Just COD Mobile.
Yeah, so that's probably accurate on how much money they make.
I mean,
It is a juggernaut. It really, really is. The name Call of Duty is a juggernaut. I mean, it's a staple in any gamer. I mean, it's just not fathomable amount of money. It's just not even. Can't even put that into context.
Yeah, that's stupid amount. Let's go ahead and jump on now, since we're talking about COD. The rumors that the stadium in the Warzone map could potentially have a little change coming up here. Could be opening up for us.
Yeah, it's kind of kind of underwhelming if that's the only map change. Hopefully there's more than that, but something is better than nothing. So if they give us some sort of map change, stadium opens up, there's some sort of like action in the middle, maybe a buy station, you know, something interesting like that. Or
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're gonna have in it. I mean, that's a giant space. And I'll be very curious to see what they do. I mean, any sort of change to the map is highly welcome at this point. It's been, you know, the same since day one. So let's see some change. I'm excited for that.
Right, and one of the main reasons I've seen why they're doing this is because of a lot of people in Warzone, they'll get their loadout and they'll sit on top of the stadium. So one reason, I think this is the way that they're trying to nix that from happening, is by opening up the top so you can't sit on the top of it.
Right.
Is making that whole section of the stadium more playable to do stuff in, you know? So Smoley asks, do you think they will change the map completely or just tweak the existing map?
They're gonna tweak it. I don't see an announcement for a new map. I couldn't. I mean, there's been no leaks. There's been nothing. They're usually not very secretive. So
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised they haven't done any tweaks yet so far, and it's
Right.
already season 4.
yep.
Like, the hell, dude. I mean, Apex, it was like season 1 or season 2. There's already changes. You look at what Fortnite is doing constantly, dude. So, I mean, I get it why, but they have the resources
It's a
to
good
do it.
map. Yeah, but you gotta think. I mean, it is Verdansk is like solid.
Tell me
It
a
is
story.
a very, very, very solid map.
I mean, like with the seasons you have, that gives you like a little trailer of like what's kind of going on in that world. Reflect that in what's going on with this map that we're playing on every single time, you know?
Right.
Give us some kind of change.
Like there's something coming, dude. The nuke had something to do with something. Like that's just not random. Like there's something that's gonna happen. The dam's gonna break. They're gonna freaking blow something up. Like something's gonna happen. Here we go. Unicorn 6. Hello.
What is
How
up?
are you doing, man? How you doing, Smoley? I saw where they had a concept of coming out with a night mode map. Yeah. I did see that, man. I did see that.
I play the shit
That'd
out
be
of that.
very interesting.
Oh my
They
god.
definitely did the NVGs or whatever they're called on multiplayer, and they're pretty fun. So that'd be definitely interesting to see how they can relate that.
Dude, I would love that so much.
I don't know, man. That'd be epic. Average Joe. All right, hopping on. I'll keep you guys tabbed up. All right, man. Appreciate the alert,
Cool,
baby.
thanks, man.
Appreciate the alert. Unicorn 6, last day of school today. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome, man.
Good deal. So I do want
for you.
to talk about something that's near and dear to your heart, Doyle. Since you have kids, and this is a game that your kids do enjoy playing, is the announcement of Crash Bandicoot 4, titled "It's
Yeah.
About Time." What are your thoughts on this? I'm stoked.
I can't wait. I actually, just before coming in here, I bought the new SpongeBob game. It just came out a few days ago.
Oh, the
SpongeBob
rehydrated?
Yeah, I just bought that. Me and Aiden were playing that before I came in here. It's
What's
actually
that
a
like?
lot of fun, man. It's fun. It's like a lot of fun. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm a grown man, so. Anyways, a big year-old. I cannot wait for Crash. Me and Aiden have through the Crash remastered. We played through all that together. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. I'm really excited to play through it. I like showing him the ropes, you know, watching his brain work and see how he like thinks through all these different things. It's really exciting, you know, as a parent and also just as a fan of Crash Bandicoot. It's something I'm looking forward to. How about you, Michael? I know you're a fan of these
Oh hell yeah!
dog games.
These old school like character platformers like we used to have, like we have Spyro, we have Crash, we have the old Jak and Daxters and Ratchet and Clank making their reappearance now. So I know we just got the Crash trilogy, and we also got the remake of the Spyro trilogy. So that makes me think, are we going to be seeing a new Spyro game coming up soon? Since you just got this,
That could happen.
and now with The Last of Us 2 wrapped up, what is Naughty Dog going to do with their time? Are they going to work on a Last of Us trilogy and do a third, or are they going to start working on Jak and Daxter? Because they have the rights to
Please
Jak and
God.
Daxter.
Please God, Jak and Daxter. Oh my God, that Ratchet and Clank. Oh man.
So it's
Dude,
like,
it's tugging on my heartstrings, guys. Unicorn 6, not a fan of these games, but the aesthetic of the game is cool. Man, yeah, dude. Anybody has to just appreciate the depth of the artwork and just the mechanics and like everything going on in the background. It's so creative and just interactive.
Just fun. It's just a fun game.
It really is.
They don't like
And
take
innocent.
themselves too seriously. Yeah, exactly. It's like reminds me of like Rayman or something like that. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's, you know, just a platformer. It's got a goofy
Right.
little story with goofy villains. They're just a blast to play. They're a lot of fun. Do enjoy it for sure. So yeah, we do have this game coming out as well. There is also rumors right now, which I don't know how I feel about it yet, is rumors that a Suicide Squad is being made right now from the team. I believe it's Rocksteady that brought us the Batman games. Now there is rumors that a new Batman game is being worked on right now. Well, actually, there's been leaks and they've actually been slowly announcing it, so it is confirmed pretty much. But a new Suicide Squad game would be the first. I'm not really sure how this would work. I don't know if they're going to try to make it in like the style of the Avengers game that's coming out, more of like that RPG style. It's not something I'm
Could be
looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I do like this sort of universe and stuff like that, but it's just hard for me to get dead into, like he just said that. Look, just what Unicorn said just now is literally what I was gonna say. The Marvel's Avenger game. Fun fact, played it last year. It was awesome. I that's what I was about to say. I was like, I don't really know. I just personally cannot really get into like Marvel games. I don't know if it's because I've been out of like fighting games for a while since like the first Mortal Kombat that came back was revamped. I don't know if that's what it is, but for me, I just haven't been able to get into it too much. So, Michael, I'm gonna pass that your way, brother.
The biggest thing with the Avengers game that really bugs the absolute crap about me that I will not be able to look past it. We're definitely gonna put in some time into it to play it, or at least I will. But the biggest thing that really gets me on it is they do not have the voice actors from the movies. And that's going to throw me off 100%. So it's not Robert Downey Jr. You don't have Chris Evans. You don't have Tom Holland. You don't have any of those. You don't have, was it Chris Hemsworth? You don't have any of those guys. And that's going to drive me insane. You don't have Mark Ruffalo. You don't have Scarlett Johansson.
Who could voice these guys? Like, name some people that could voice them and you'd be like kind of okay with it.
You don't have Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean, I don't know.
It's hard. Yeah, it's like it's gonna be like you're expecting Benedict Cumberbatch to be like, I cast a spell on you, and gonna be like Michael Shear can be like, don't try it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And like Unicorn should say, and that Captain America throwing Iron Man without their armor looked really weird. Yeah, the face animations and like the face layout and how they mapped it out looks strange. I mean, I'll pull up some B-roll really quick.
Yeah, pull some of that up. Let's take a look. I'm curious. I don't want to dog it entirely. I just want to give the honest review.
I mean, the game looks good. It looks good.
As far as fighting goes?
Yeah, I mean, that part looks good to me. This is actual
Okay.
gameplay footage with a pre-release game build that's being shown now. So the actual gameplay
You know
itself,
what engine they're using?
I do not. It is Square
Let's see here, guys.
Enix, I believe, working on it. The same people that helped with Tomb Raider and stuff. So they make beautiful
That's nice.
games.
Yeah, they can do it.
The game itself looks great. The gameplay looks great.
Is this the game engine footage? In-game footage of the game engine?
Yeah, this is actual
It's,
gameplay.
Okay.
So Unicorn, I've played the first 20 minutes and the game mechanics are really good. Didn't get to Spider-Man. So do you just? I've heard that it's co-op. You know, so you can play as different characters and run through the story and stuff. And there's rumors that there's going to be an online aspect to this as well. So be curious to see if this is a thing. But overall, the actual gameplay looks good.
Smalley, how many time tokens do you have accumulated currently? I don't
Yes.
think it's using time tokens, bro. Because sorry guys, just going on a tangent. Joe has 15K and he gambled 200 earlier and won and only had a total of 390. So I think something's going on with that. Sorry about that, Smalley. We're gonna have to look into the gambling aspect. Protocol Droid RP2. It's gone a little wild here these days. I think we gave him the wrong oil.
Yeah, so the gameplay looks pretty good. I mean, the lighting and stuff looks good. The animations, him moving around looks good, and like Unicorn said, the mechanics felt amazing. And this is supposed to be a co-op game. a lot of people are comparing it to like what Anthem kind of did, how it's like a 3 or 4 player co-op game, which makes sense because you're the Avengers.
This has potential, guys.
And this is coming out this year.
I'm just curious on like abilities, how deep the abilities go, or are they pretty much like deeply character locked? As far as like, I mean, make them character locked, but give them some really branchable like ability trees. If you do that, I think that would have some more potential.
Yeah.
So just make it like standard.
Right. Unicorn says, honestly, Iron Man's flying mechanics are awesome. That is really interesting to me, because if you ever played like a Superman game, which they are very similar how they fly, of course, the Superman game's mechanics never felt good, the fly mechanics. It always felt really bad. Although the aiming is a bit too wonky, I guess. Hopefully they'll work that out. Personally, my favorite character so far is Hulk. I could definitely see that, since he's more of just an on-the-ground, ground-and-pound kind of guy. It's pretty straightforward how his combat system would work, and his jumping around and stuff, so I could definitely see that, how that would be the better one. This game looks great though, man. The camera angles look really good. The animations look really fluid.
Dude, this is gonna be kind of intense. Definitely
You excited about it?
I'm gonna give it an old college try, if you know what I'm saying. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Alright, so we got just a couple more topics here, really quick. We were talking last week about how, how EA Squadrons was going down, how the new Star Wars game that's coming out. So, EA has come out and said that they are doubling down on Star Wars games. So as you guys know, Battlefront 2 and that launched, terrible reviews. Everything had a price lock on it. It was almost like pay to win. All these aesthetics are super expensive to do. But since then, it's now regarded as one of the best multiplayers there is out right now. EA's completely turned a corner. That game's doing extremely well now. As you guys know, Jedi Fallen Order did extremely well. Now they've announced this Squadrons game, which is coming out October 2nd or 7th, I believe. And so now EA is saying, alright, we're doubling down on Star Wars games. So I kind of just want to do a quick fan fiction with you guys, and Doyle, you as well, and see what would your dream Star Wars game be? Since EA has announced that they are doubling down on Star Wars games, if they were to make any game you could ask for in the Star Wars universe, what would it be?
Alright, like anything I want. Like I don't have to base it off a movie or anything.
No. Just in the Star Wars universe.
Right. Easy. They need to just make it, so they need to set it up like Destiny. They need to set it up like Destiny was set up. Have your different planets. You can build your different characters with your different abilities. You don't have to be a Jedi. You don't have to be this. The thing that's going to be hard, though, is making other character classes comparable to a Jedi. Because Jedis are just next level.
Badass,
yeah. So you can't just have like 100,000 Jedis running around and 100,000 Siths running around. I mean, that would be kind of problematic, I guess. So I'm not sure how they would balance that. But I guess you can make it to where there isn't Jedis, and you would just be like part of like the rebellion or part of the Sith world. Like you could be like stormtroopers or like just rebellion fighters. But I mean, yeah, you're a warrior, this and that. But I'm talking about gathering resources, running around. Like you have money, you have income. You know, you can do quests and stuff like that, but you gotta like make it into like a full-on multiplayer RPG open world experience, just like Destiny.
Right.
In the Star Wars universe, and I'm talking about, I want gambling in the casinos. I want to see the dude over there. Yeah, play that. What is that song called?
That's the Cantina music.
Play the Cantina music. I want that popping in the background. I want to be like throwing coins, all the jazz, betting on horse races or whatever you want to call them.
So
I mean, the whole thing, man.
When I think about like doing the giant like Jedi battles and stuff like that, I think about this scene that I'm running B-roll on right now from Attack of the Clones, which if you don't like the prequel trilogy, just get out now. It's amazing. But having these huge epic battles, say if they were to do something with the Jedi, having these huge epic battles where it's like 50 on 50 Jedi.
Yeah.
It's just going crazy, dude. But let's dig into some of these comments really quick. So, Unicorn, Star Wars Squadrons is awesome. I hope it doesn't start off like Star Wars Battlefront 2. Amen to that. Although once Star Wars Battlefront 2 got good and actually became a super good game, they removed the plug. 100%. We definitely seen the player base returned back to that game after EA kind of got the weird loot boxes out of there. It was really gross at the beginning. It was very
They fixed it.
yeah, it was really gross.
They're getting grumpy.
And Unicorn just do everything. All the planets, all the characters, Jedi, Sith, Troopers, all the eras, Old Republic, Galactic Republic, etc. And finally, all the universes, Star Wars Legends, Expanded Universe, canon. You're a good person, you know that, right?
You're a good person, Unicorn. You have brilliant ideas, and your heart's in the right place. As apparent through your comments. Yeah, I love that. I really, really do. Smoley right here. I'd like the Star Wars games to have a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot-esque feel and play with it. Yeah. I'm not against that one either. I mean, that has potential as well. They definitely could do that.
I would like to see them kind of explore the different timelines, and even if they did something kind of like what Dragon Ball Xenoverse did, where it's like the time is unraveling and stuff, and you have to like go back and fix different timelines. Even that would be cool, just so you can revisit the whole saga in this really cool, you know, first-person world. Would be really nice to see it fleshed out that way. Even that would be cool. So with that, I do want to get back to Smoley's comment really quick. At the top, what do you think about Xbox now having rights to PlayStation exclusives and not giving any back to Sony? So what he's referring to is like MLB The Show, like Crash, like we've seen with Spyro as well, games like that.
Yeah.
You kind of want to touch on that, Doyle?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's kind of one of the things. I'm not sure why this is happening. I haven't exactly delved into it, but I imagine it would be like a money play. So Microsoft apparently, everybody should know this, has a lot, and by a lot I mean a substantial amount of more resources than Sony will ever. And that's just the truth. So I don't know if it's a money thing and like Microsoft's just trying to get the edge over Sony, which they could easily do with money. I'm not saying that that's necessarily right, but if you're in a business, that's kind of the way things work. So I'm excited because I'm an Xbox guy. Okay, I guess I should say I'm a Microsoft guy. So I'm definitely interested to see how far this goes.
Right.
And I don't want it to destroy. I don't want PlayStation to not exist. I think a lot of people get too carried away with this console war. Do you agree, Michael?
Yeah, I 100% do agree. I think it's a lot of these developers saying that they want a bigger piece of the pie. So like Spyro, they see that there is a big fan base out there on the Xbox community with this, and we've seen it before. Microsoft has extended olive branches out to Sony saying, hey, we want to work together on this. This is what the fans want. Are you down with doing that? And they said, here's Minecraft. Let's do this thing. And Sony for the longest time said, hell no, we're not doing that. We're not doing crossplay. And Microsoft's like, all right. So they went out and bought Minecraft, the #1 selling game of all time. And they said, all right, Sony. They said, Sony, again, here's an olive branch. Do you want to do crossplay? And Sony's like, shit. They own the rights now. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So I think a lot of these developers are seeing that, and they're like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and bounce over to Xbox also. You know, just make it not cross-platform and not an exclusive, but kind of extend it out to everybody. So I think eventually we won't see as many exclusives. I don't think Microsoft could really care less. Of course, their staple games like Gears, Forza, and Halo, they're going to stick with Xbox and Microsoft platforms.
Yeah. Right here, though, Michael. Unicorn says, but to be honest, I don't understand what you said before, Smoley. The Xbox has rights to PlayStation exclusives. Yeah, we kind of touched on that a little bit, Unicorn. So, classically, Spyro was very much so only on PlayStation, and Xbox has the rights to that now. As well as MLB
Final
The
Fantasy.
Show. That was a PlayStation exclusive, and now it's on Xbox. Final Fantasy as well?
Yeah, Final Fantasy used to be PlayStation exclusives.
Yeah.
I believe Metal Gear Solid used to be Xbox or
that's
PlayStation
what I was saying,
exclusives.
guys. Microsoft has the money. They're flexing. That's what they're doing. Essentially, they're flexing. But before Michael began his conversation there, let me be very clear, and I think a lot of people have this twisted. You do not want Xbox to dominate the console market. You do not want Xbox to be the only console in the market. That is not what we want. Okay, so when other consoles are made, that's a good thing for us. It keeps the price of the technology down. They're trying to undercut each other. It's a healthy climate for us to operate in. That's why PlayStation and Xbox have this whole like gun to the head deal. They're like, ooh, who's gonna pull the price first, because they're wanting to undercut each other and get sales. They're ready to put the killing blow on them.
Right.
But that's a good thing for us as consumers in this market. We need that.
100%.
So,
you want competition.
I mean, let's support each other. Like, you know, you
So
want the PlayStation, I want the Xbox. It's cheaper for both of us, you know?
So one funny thing about Spider-Man on PS4 that's actually kind of funny, this is kind of an example of it going in the opposite direction for Microsoft. So the people that made Spider-Man for PS4 is Insomniac Games. Now, if you guys remember, they did a game previous to Spider-Man that was exclusive to Microsoft, and that was Sunset Overdrive. So they did that game, did really well, and then they got bought by Sony. So instead of making Microsoft exclusives, they're now making PlayStation exclusives with the Spider-Man franchise. So that's something that we've seen go in the opposite direction for Microsoft. Now they've been extremely aggressive. I've seen a few E3s ago where they're like, "Hey, we just bought these 4 or 5. We just bought these 4 or 5 studios," and now they have
flexing, dude.
Right now they have the most first-party studios out of any developer right now. But it's just constantly back and forth. But like you said, you want that competition, because that's what, if you don't have competition, that's when they're going to stop to make their stuff better. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's see here. So I could technically play Spider-Man PS4 on Xbox, or is that wrong? I don't think that's a thing yet, but I think in the future, Spider-Man could very possibly be on Xbox.
So here's the weird thing with Spider-Man is that Sony, the publisher Sony, actually owns the rights to Spider-Man. So that's when we've seen those rumors go around a while back that when Disney and Sony couldn't work out their agreement, Sony said, "All right, Spider-Man is out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe." And Disney's like, "Oh shit!" So that's the whole same thing. So Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. The old Tobey Maguire movies, that was Sony.
Right.
So
Unicorn, thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate it, man. Have a good class. Maybe we'll see you later on tonight. See you, man.
Enjoy that last day.
Smoley right here. It's not what you want, but when they are doing what needs to be done to appeal to everyone and the other isn't doing anything, it's going to be inevitable. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Smoley. I guess all I really was touching on was healthy competition. Having competition is healthy. Hopefully Sony won't give up. They never have, and they keep fighting. That's only going to make it better for everybody. I mean, it don't matter. PlayStation, PC, Xbox, you know, we're all gamers. That's what's important. And to meet people and have a bond with people you've never met before over video games, man, that's something that is amazing. We all relate to that, and that's what brings us together. That's why we're here right now, talking to everybody. This is our passion.
So, a couple last topics here before we get into the big one, obviously, with everything that just happened in Mixer. I do want to talk about the new Pokemon game that just came out, Pokemon Unite. I'm going to play some B-roll in the background for you guys to see right now. So, this is kind of similar to Pokemon. It's kind of a mix between Pokemon Go and these past Pokemon games that we've seen in the past. You'll just have to kind of watch the gameplay you see here, but it's just a mix of everything combined. It's really neat what they're doing. So I believe it's like 4 to 6 people, and basically it's a online game, co-op game, where you're a group of 4 to 6 people facing another group of 4 to 6 people. And it's available, I think, on mobile and also on Switch as well. So it's this kind of arena style combat system, and you kind of like work.
Bro!
Yeah, dude.
You described this to me earlier. This is League of Legends. This is League of Legends with Pokemon.
Exactly.
What have they done?
Exactly, dude. Isn't that cool?
They have tapped into something. How? They can get away with that?
So I'm really... It's Pokemon, man. Come on, dude.
That's sus. I'm excited, but that's a little sus. Be
really curious to see, like, how they... Is this game going to work in tandem with, like, Pokemon Go and, like, the other games that are out right now? So dude, I'm curious how you're going to get your Pokemon. Is it completely multiplayer the whole time? Or is there, like, a single-player exploring aspect, or maybe, like, the augmented reality thing where you go out and you get your Pokemon? Is it going to be tied together?
Accepted.
That's cool shit, dude. This makes you want to get a Switch so we can do this. Ain't this cool?
Oh, we're getting Switches, dude. We're getting Switches. We gotta do this.
Look at this.
I mean, look at that. It's got a top lane. It's got a jungle. It's got minions. It's got I mean, it is League of Legends with Pokemon.
100%, dude. And that's the big thing everybody's saying right now is like, this is League. It's Smoley, you said it right. It's just like League of Legends, 100%.
Huh. I mean, I'm excited. The more games and more content, the more ideas out there, the better for everybody. So keep it popping, guys.
Nintendo's just in their own world. They're just in their own world. They got all these amazing IPs. Hell, just a
They're dancing to
Pokemon
their own
IP.
song, baby.
Dude,
They're
they
just
don't
like,
give a
we own
shit.
all this shit. You're not touching none of it. Like they got
Like-
their golden egg.
Sony and Microsoft are like, hey, we got consoles that can do 8K in the future with 120 frames a second with ray tracing and HDR. And, you know, Nintendo's like, well, it's 720p not docked. It's 1080p docked. Topped out at 30 frames. But we have amazing party games and great IPs and great exclusives. And people are
Oh
like,
my
hell yeah.
God.
Their fan base doesn't care, dude.
30 frames.
Why would they?
Yes.
Why
I'm
not?
just saying, if I can catch a Charizard at 30 frames, whatever. I catch it at 10 frames, as long
Yeah.
as I catch it. Here we go, Smoley. Could be like the more you play up, gives you currency on like on some rare biases type deal, and unlock them through the pass as you level up.
Oh,
Very possible.
I would like that.
That'd be interesting to see because that'd be something entirely new for Nintendo. They haven't really utilized battle passes and seasons and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to see if they go that route and go like the money route on that one.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so that's it for that topic. Last one tonight before we jump into some Call of Duty is Mixer. Mixer shutting down relatively out of the blue and basically being...
Man.
We don't know a whole lot about the current situation of the details, but Facebook basically bought out Mixer. So now we have the three giants, Google with YouTube, Facebook, and now Amazon with Twitch running the show. And so we've seen all these big streamers, you know, kind of deciding now, where do I go? Do I go to Facebook? Do I go to YouTube? Or do I go to Twitch? You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, first and
Your
foremost,
thoughts?
guys. Yeah, first and foremost, it's sad. It really, when you think about somebody who dedicated their time, they've lost time doing stuff with their family, like many times like what I do. I mean, a lot
Hundreds
of
of
us, we have
hours.
families and stuff, right? And they have spent their time and their effort and their money and everything else into this, and it's their job, it's their livelihood. Mixer's just like, nah, we're gonna shut down. It's like, what?
Right.
This is my whole life, dude. And sure, yeah, they gave them a partnership, an automatic buy-in partnership with Facebook. But there is definitely, like, you're messing with people's money, You're messing
And-
with people's livelihood here.
Mixer
It's a big
did...
deal.
It is. Mixer did do a thing where if you had, outstanding subs or if you had different currency like bits or anything sitting around on your profile, they did cash all that out. Well, they gave you in-store Microsoft credit, from what I understand, for that. We don't know the exact reasons. The one that I read was that they did not feel that it was organically growing as fast as they were hoping. I think like last quarter it only went up like, less than 5%. Meanwhile, Twitch and YouTube Gaming and Facebook were going up, double digits, 10, 20, 30%.
Exponentially.
And people weren't really voluntarily going over to Mixer. The big names weren't. So Mixer really had to go out and take these guys like Shroud and Light Ninja to bring them over. And it just really wasn't paying off. They didn't really see that boost in numbers that they were really hoping for. It was a good try. It was an awesome win for Microsoft to do that. We'll see what goes on.
With Microsoft owning YouTube Gaming, they need to. YouTube is owned by Google, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
YouTube is owned by Google. But anyways, they need to put more into that to really dominate the market. They have so much potential rather than Facebook Gaming. So many people are on YouTube daily. Yeah, so Microsoft did have the chance to do that with Mixer. I think they executed it poorly. They wanted to pretty much grow their brand by like power moves.
Exactly.
So like they brought over Shroud, they brought over Ninja. They're like, this is enough. Give them the contract. That'll bring people. They'll know that if they join us, then this is a serious gaming platform. The growth just wasn't there. I mean, it just wasn't. We have many friends that stream on Mixer. A couple of them that we're pretty close with. And they're shut down. They don't know what to do yet. They don't know where they want to go.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Definitely.
Yeah, I think Twitch is amazing. Obviously, I've streamed on YouTube gaming before. The biggest thing is like the discoverability of it. You know, obviously you're scrolling through YouTube and stuff, and do have a YouTube gaming section, but right now it's just kind of hard to get discovered on that. And the biggest thing with Facebook is just there's so many people on Facebook, you're gonna get kind of lost in the shuffle with people doing Facebook Live videos ranting about how their neighbor's grass is too tall, and then your video that you're streaming Call of Duty is gonna get, you know, kicked down. So I don't think they really have a dedicated section yet for gaming on Facebook. But maybe with this, you know, Mixer coming into the picture, maybe they will do that.
Yeah, if I feel like if Facebook took it a little more, I mean, obviously, you know, just from what I read, if we're gonna be completely honest here, the discoverability on Facebook, just based off their algorithm, is higher for somebody who is a small-time streamer. But as far as support goes,
versus Twitch,
and as far as it being tailored to the gaming world, I think Twitch still dominates that.
Yeah, I agree. And you do have like these, you know, in the life stuff on Twitch, you know, but it's organized so well that it's easy to go through, you know, go through there. Similarly, if they made a separate category for live channels on YouTube, like a tab you could click on with live specifically, that'd be very appealing to a lot of people. 100%, dude. I completely agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, it should be kind of separate. Like,
now,
YouTube is very interesting to me because you're like, dude, I like this guy. I like his energy. I like how he's streaming. He's a good player. Da, 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 da,
his
da.
videos are cool.
They're like, click on his thing. Here's all his videos on his YouTube channel. I can binge those while I watch him live stream. Like, that is an interesting dynamic.
Yep.
There's a lot of Twitch people who stream on Twitch and even Facebook. They are heavily linked to YouTube. You know, and it'd be interesting to see if Twitter was like, you know what? Screw it. Twitter gaming. You know?
Bro, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm just saying, like, Twitter is the gaming platform. Like, as far as like getting a community together, Twitter is definitely where it's at.
I wouldn't doubt it at all. But
That
so
could be a thing.
that's all the topics that we have. Doyle, do you have anything else you want to say before we wrap up this episode,
Yeah.
sir?
Yeah, I wanted to just touch on like the future of the stream and kind of where we're gonna go as far as stream schedule and kind of our goals and whatnot.
Okay.
I did want to talk about that. I knew that was one of our subtopics. I know we're running a little over here, guys. Promise the game will ensue. So essentially what we're after right now, and any money donated to the channel or subscriber bits, all that stuff, it's gonna pretty much go to, I mean, it's going to upgrading the stream 100%. We want to just get the highest quality stream for you guys. That's what we're after. But I'm gonna be upgrading my PC, and when I get my PC upgraded enough to where we can do this, we're gonna be spreading the stream out across the whole week. So what'll essentially happen is I will be doing solo streams Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so that'll give us more opportunity to stream the games that kind of we personally like, and grind that out. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, that'll be a solo stream. Tuesday, Wednesday night. Thursday night will be a dual stream with me and my ladder here. And then Friday, Saturday will be Michael. He'll be doing single player streams. So we'll be streamed across 5 days a week now, if not more. And there could be more dual streams in there than single streams. We'll just have to see kind of what we're vibing on or what the community is exactly wanting at the time. But that is the goal once we get my PC upgraded. And I'm excited. Michael, what do you think, man?
Yeah, 100%. That's just going to give us more opportunities to, you know, cover more games and really get those niche games that we're kind of feeling and vibing to. Especially later on in the year, we're going to have, you know, multiple game drops within a week period. It's going to be absolute bananas. Like that Crash game comes out the same week as that Star Wars Squadrons game. We want to cover both.
Right.
So, you know, this is going to help do that. And there's some games that Doyle prefers to play that maybe I can, or, you know, vice versa. And there's some games that are just strictly single player that, you know, it'd probably just be better if one person played it. One person could kind of hang out and interact with chat and stuff like that and just talk and vibe. But, you know, it can be played single player mode, and that's kind of what we're looking at doing as well. But dual stream is going to be the main focus, though, for sure. but we are going to have a couple days of the week where we will be doing single streams of some of these solo campaigns and these different games as well.
Smoley, DBZ Kakarot on Saturdays, Michael. Lurk.
Dude, it's 100% on the list. There's a couple games I have on the list right now, including the new Doom. I still haven't played that. I don't know if we're going to stream that or not. The new Kakarot game as well, Resident Evil 3. I do want to get to that. And then also that new Civilization game that came out for Xbox. We used to play that game a lot, Civilization Revolution, for the Xbox 360. So I think that is a game that we may enjoy playing together again.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more of a
Tuesdays, Doyle.
turn-based.
Yeah, that could happen, man. Definitely could. Once the PC's good, man, I'm down. We'll just see what's going on. You keep that floating around the universe, Smoley, it may just happen, man.
Jesus. All right, you got anything else before we wrap up?
No, I think that's it. Thank you guys. It's been fantastic. Thanks for all the involvement. I mean, I love doing these podcasts.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll be doing it probably, today's Wednesday, so next week we'll probably be back to Thursdays. We have a personal event going on tomorrow. That's why we're not doing it on Thursdays, and we'll be streaming Friday instead. So we'll be doing it, same time next week, just on Thursdays probably. Back for episode 3, discussing the most up-to-date rumors and news for video games and in the entertainment world as well. So thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and jump into our gaming portion of the stream. Jumping into some Call of Duty to get some wins, get some vibes going, and get those wins. But if you guys do go ahead and follow us on Twitter at TheReadyPlayer2. Head over to YouTube at ReadyPlayer2 as well. We got a bunch more things coming out there also. These videos will be getting released on our YouTube channel as well as our stream highlights throughout the week. Also with new videos regarding video game and entertainment, TV show, movie news as well, rumors, reaction videos, things like that. So, a lot of cool things, guys. We do appreciate you guys stopping by. And everybody participating in the chat. Smoley, we do appreciate it, dude. He said, awesome podcast, guys. Love the insights about all the hot topics. We appreciate it, dude.
Take the hot take, baby.
100%, man.
Thanks
So,
as always, Smoley.
good podcast, dude. Let's go ahead and jump into some gaming. What do you say?